Boston Beer Company, Boston, Massachusetts. Savor the flavor responsibly.
I have to go to the gym and untangle my headphones while warming up on the treadmill. And I'll finally untangle them 4 miles later, at which point I'm gonna be real tired! Oh, yeah!
Motorcycles make everything exciting. And when Geico makes it easy to switch and save on motorcycle insurance, it's even more exciting.
And once I put my headphones in, I realize my phone's dead! Then I get to run in silence!
Geico Motorcycle. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more.
Geico presents, not again, another voicemail from your roommate.
Hey, man, so I was in a rush to get to work and I left the back door open. Could you shut it? I left it wide open. While you're there, could you also turn off the oven? And all of the burners. My mom never let me use the oven. I wonder why.
The Geico Insurance Agency could help keep your personal property protected, like if it's your roommate's first time operating an oven. Visit geico.com to see how easy it is to switch and save on renter's insurance.
Instant Keys delivers honest, professional locksmith service for lost, broken, or spare keys. Call Instant Keys at 722-1111. Get dealership-level service in just minutes at a fraction of the cost. That's 722-1111.
Brakes for less is what we do. We know drums, rotors, pads, and shoes. If there's a squeal in your wheel, come see the best. 733 Stop.
Brakes for less.
All we do
are brakes for less.
Home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
With your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm B41010XL. This update brought to you by Brakes for Less. Trey Herndon and his girlfriend are donating 10,000 meals to Feeding Northeast Florida as part of the response to COVID-19. Herndon joined local media in a conference call, and on the football side of things, he talked about his ongoing relationship with now former Jag, A.J. Boye.
AJ, we kind of have the same story with being undrafted guys. So he's always been a motivation for me, and he's also been helpful too. I'm actually out here in Georgia. I train with AJ, every other day. So I'm still getting those tips from him. He's been giving me that big brother role.
And speaking of helping the community, the Jaguars purchasing and distributing 45,000 team-branded protective masks for local companies that are still operating and interacting with the public, along with some local non-for-profit groups. It's 74 degrees at 7 o'clock. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air Conditioning. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL 92.5 FM hour is powered by Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 904-600-4000. That's 904-600-4000. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
You know it! Yes, sir! Sweet 16 matchups continue in our world. Hello, Googans. Hello, friends. More on that in a second.
We've had some bracket busters so far, some 12s and 13s, pull off some upsets.
This would be a monumental one this morning, I think. My perspective of it as we get ready for
I feel you on that.
A 1 seed who has dominated coming out of the gates, as most 1 seeds have, and that would be Guggen Nation.
And if the listeners and our voters are smart, and I don't want to lead them in any way, so I'm only going to say this once, but it would kind of behoove you for Guggen Nation to be the champion. You're voting for yourself.
Oh, no, you let the cat out of the bag.
Shh. They do have the deepest bench of the 1 seeds.
They do.
They do have a bench.
A lot of folks.
Yeah, they go like 100,000 deep, Guggen Nation.
But Guggen Nation will be taking on waves. One of the great moments, the Hick and Baselli fight.
That was good.
Where Tony and myself actually got into, and unbeknownst to me, as Jeff's version of it is far different from mine. Says I started it, and I always felt like Tony walked by and blasted me in the arm with a punch.
No, I think what happened was he may have leaned on you a little bit, and then you responded when you hit him, and then he put a big thud of a punch on your
I remember the big thud of a punch and the stapler flying and me running.
Then the stapler
around the island back in the day.
Something close to that.
He couldn't catch me because he had bad hips at the time.
You had what they like to call in baseball the dead arm for a while.
Yeah.
It just hung there.
It did just hang there after the Gargantua Guggen popped me. It's kind of like when a bear is playing with a youngin', a cub, and accidentally hits it too hard, and it goes about 30 yards instead of 3 feet. It's kind of like one of those shots. So, but nonetheless, that will be the representative for the 9 seed who won and pulled off an upset early. Not a major upset, but opened the cage, went down, an 8 seed. So anyway, at Dan Hickett, if you would like to vote, it's day 29 today, day 29. It's a Thursday. Thursday is the day the sports died. It was the first day of the players, and we're 29 in. Tomorrow's a magic number 30. So don't ask me why it's magic. It's not really. I just pointed that out. But today is right now we would be so geeked up for Augusta. Oh.
Yeah, you're darn right we would.
Oh,
It'd be all about Tiger. Is he healthy enough to contend?
But I did watch a lot of Jack yesterday, and it did fulfill me.
Me too.
And I took away a couple things. Number one.
You're talking about from 86.
Yes. I put on Twitter, breaking, Jack Nicklaus has won the Masters. But I did put this on. First off, from our industry, CBS had a powerhouse of announcers back then.
Guys that grew into even bigger roles.
Summerall.
Yeah.
Vern. Nance was on 16 or 17.
Man, I love Pat Summerall's voice.
I know.
And the further removed we get from him, I almost think he might be my favorite all time. I've not thought of him in those terms, but his name has come up now a couple of times in the last couple of days.
When Norman missed the putt, Jack Nicklaus has just won his 6th Masters. That was so good.
Yeah.
But anyway, Gary McCord was still allowed at Augusta. Ben Wright was there. But it was, they had, and Musburger was in the cabin. So, you got like titans of the industry.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Doing the golf back then. So that was pretty cool. And then I watched the beginning. It started at 3:30, Jeff. This would never happen today, and CBS.
Oh, did you watch the entire? Did they show the whole?
It was the whole round, maybe. It was the whole coverage from Sunday.
I watched the 30-minute.
They didn't do back then. They
didn't get the front 9.
They did. They showed you a few highlights.
But you didn't get the gavel to gavel.
Yeah, not gavel to gavel. And dude, they cut to Nicklaus. And as he rolled one in on 9 and was walking off the green.
Made a birdie on 9.
And barely even mentioned
Well, he was
him.
5 back. So.
Then we didn't see him again. Yeah, but he's Jack Nicklaus. Then we didn't see him again till he birdied 10, not any approach or drive. Then we didn't see him again till he birdied 11, and they said, oh, that's 3 in a row for the Golden Bear.
Yeah, no one believed he could come all the way back.
And so then but I don't care. If it was Tiger Woods at 46, we'd be watching a lot. We would definitely see his drive and his approaches.
Tiger is
9, 10, and 11.
I forget the golf stardom. I think Tiger's a bigger boy than Jack.
Why? Because it's a bigger world.
Because golf is bigger. It's more. I think more.
If you want to play that
there's
card,
more awareness.
But
there's
at the time, Jack was Jack.
Absolutely, sure.
Yeah. So I don't know. So that was fantastic. And them not showing Nicklaus for a while was curious to me. But nonetheless, he would go on, and we know what he did on the back 9 and the comments and everybody. And you'd forget a couple things, like Norman rolls in a birdie putt on 17 to tie for the lead, stripes his drive down the middle.
One of the biggest choke
shots
shots
ever. 18, and then just pushed it, not into the bunker on the right hole of 18.
That was a huge
Not the
choke.
front bunker. And by the way, the pin placement was on 18 was in the back, right?
Yeah, now it's kind of in the front.
Now it's up front left.
Yeah, that pin position is used in the tournament, but not in the last day.
I agree. And the pin placement, I think, in the back is harder because the one you can funnel it on the
it'll feed back down toward the hole.
But anyway,
it's a difficult putt to make in the front, though.
Well, that's true.
Duvall missed that.
It has some moves, yeah. But it not only does he miss the bunk, he went into the gallery.
It was a choke, Dan.
Yeah,
he
huge.
shanked it. He shanked it off to the right. He was 20 yards short and 40 yards right.
And so he didn't hit too bad of a shot. Just kind of rolled it down the hill but he
had a choke of a putt. He didn't even come close.
Not even close.
He pulled it 6 inches
and
left.
Tom Kite had a putt at 18.
He had a good putt. It just didn't go in.
So, but then last night, I watched. Did you watch the story of Ed Snead?
No.
This is fantastic. Like, this is like, not for Ed
Ed
Snead,
Snead.
but Ed Snead.
Okay.
Ed Snead was an Ohio State guy, buddies with Weiskopf. Nicholas came after them. Did he have the game? Did he have?
He had the name. He had a good last name.
Did he have
Sam Snead and J.C.
Right.
Snead, both good players.
This is Ed.
Yeah.
Did he have the
Oh, come on.
Beef? How do you say it?
I believe Mike said it was
Chutzpah to make it on the tour. He wanted to know, and his friend Tom Weiskopf and the Bear said, "Yeah, you do." And
why would you use the word if you did if you didn't know how to say it? It's one thing if you come across the word and you have to read it, but why would you ever use a word choose to use a word that you don't know how to pronounce it? That's weird.
Yeah, but anyway, it was anyway.
So Ed Snead.
So thank you. So Ed Snead, it's 1979 Masters, okay, and Ed Snead came in. He said playing the best golf of his life. And he's right there, and he comes to Sunday, and he's rolling, man. He's got the lead. He gets to 16.
Was Weiskopf Ohio State also?
Yeah.
Okay.
He gets to 16, 3-shot lead.
That's the par 3.
Okay.
Golly, a 3-shot lead? Oh, I don't want to hear the end of this.
Yeah, bad break on 16 because it won't roll down the hill. It stays up. So he's got that long putt. He blows it by about.
So he's up on the top, and he's got to put it down.
Yeah, didn't get the roll. So he blows it by, it's a tough putt from up there, 6-7 feet.
Yeah. You really can't hit it any closer unless it's a flat.
Leaves it on the edge.
So he bogeys. He's got a 2-shot lead.
2-shot lead.
Who is in second at this point?
I'll get Watson and Frank Urban.
Yeah.
All
Frank
right,
Urban did not win at 79. That I know. Did he win?
Yes,
in 1979.
Yeah.
Wow.
First ever Masters. He's the guy who won his first ever Masters.
Wow.
But anyway.
Take it back. My bad.
Yes. But anyway.
I've never heard that name, Hick.
Frank Urban Zeller.
Oh. Of course. Fuzzy one. I thought the guy's name was Frank Urban.
No,
I don't
Frank
know.
Urban Zeller.
I know Fuzzy Zeller is Fuzzy Zeller. I didn't know the Frank Urban part. Never heard that.
Really?
Yeah, never have.
Oh, that's interesting.
Well, then sure, I know Fuzzy one in 79.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so.
Cousins to Keith.
Yes. So we get
No,
to.
I thought I'm thinking Frank Urban. Wow, some dark horse.
That's very good.
Yeah, I did not know that Fuzzy was Frank Urban. Learn something every day, even in this job.
Wow. That means, again, I've referred to him as Frank Urban a million times.
Here with us,
Yes.
and I just don't pay attention.
No here, I say. So anyway, we get to
You're one to talk.
So Ed Snead, now 2-shot lead. Ed Snead goes to 17, hits a perfect drive, says he thought he hit his pitch and wedge great. It took a bad hop, went left, and went over the green. He's got a 30-foot putt off the fringe, 4-footer. That he missed. That killed him.
Now, is Frank Urban in the clubhouse already?
I don't know what the boys are doing up there. I'm watching Ed discombobulate. Ed Snead goes to 18, hits a shot much like Norman after another good drive, and has a 7-footer to win the Masters. A 7-footer. These are makeable putts.
He's already missed 2 makeable ones.
Pross leaves it on the edge again. I mean, he said, all I remember is walking up to it and thinking that ball still might roll in, and it wouldn't roll in.
By the way, his T2 that year, by far, his best major championship.
Oh, yeah.
And Ed Snead, by the way, not spelled the same as Sam and JC.
And Ed, he's 2 E's, right?
He's 2 E's, yeah.
And Ed talked about that. He said, I thought I'd have more chances. I never did. He was very good. I mean, it was years later they sat down and interviewed him. Then he goes but it gets worse, Pross. He has a putt of about 6-7 feet on the first playoff hole to win.
Is it 18 still then? Or they go to 10?
I don't remember.
They've changed that around.
I think Frank Urban rolled in his putt on 10 or 11.
Fuzzy. That's Fuzzy, all you out there. Fuzzy Zeller.
On 10 or 11 to win it.
Okay.
As Ed Snead stood there helplessly. Frank Urban made the putt, threw the putter in the air, won the Masters, and Ed Snead was left sitting there contemplating, my God, I just lost a green jacket. So, but it was fascinating, and it was Van de Veldian, really, almost. Not the meltdown on just one
Can I
hole.
ask you, is that, I know the answer, so I'm going to ask you, is that Frank Urban's only major?
Did he have one more?
It's a question.
You said you knew the answer.
I do know the answer, yeah.
I think he has one more.
Yeah, he has one more. He won the U.S. Open, I think.
Okay.
Of course not. Hold on. I'm not the hottest right now, so let me look up Frank Urban, Fuzzy
But you know who else he was in the? It wasn't just him and Frank Urban. It was Tom Watson.
Yeah. I mean, only because you mentioned him.
Yeah. Did I say him? But anyway, so it was a great story. But anyway, so yesterday was Masters Day in tribute to No Masters.
They're going to do it all week. By the way, you're going to get final rounds of 97, 05, 13.
It was 79 and 86.
Yeah.
The story was on 79 was great. And the 86, watching Jack win was terrific. And then there are a couple other things I want to get to today. Obviously, I want to keep talking about the Jags and the mocks and what's going on. But I thought ESPN had a good thing. I thought that was interesting, too, about the NBA Finals. And they had the Heat on last night, the Heat Mavs or Spurs series. What a great series that was.
You forget that in that Game 6 that the Spurs led by 15 in the fourth.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't make it till the end, but I enjoyed watching that because I couldn't remember exactly how it went.
I'm not big on lists right now, Beef, as you know, but I thought this was a good one.
Now, Jeff, you can only choose 3 of these.
Yeah, you can only choose 3. Which one? No, the 4 best final shots ever, right? Did you see that on ESPN?
I really have to think about that. I can't get that off the top of my head.
Ray Allen, Kyrie Irving, Jordan against Utah. And there was one more.
What about the Magic's runner in the lane?
That's it. And Magic. Yeah. So anyway, we'll talk about those. A lot to do today. It should be a fun Thursday, man. Hang out. We'll keep battling like you. We're here for you. Get your minds off the pandemic a little bit. Give you some sense of.
We're one day closer to the end.
One day closer to the end.
That's how I look at it now. We've been doing this now and hunkered down for a month.
Yeah.
Now we can start. We're one day closer to the end. It's coming at some point.
At some point.
Yeah, the end's not tomorrow. I'm not saying that, but we're one day closer.
Starting tomorrow. Yeah. Mets Braves.
Everybody back in. I will also update you on my new favorite website, this Baseball Reference simulated baseball season.
Oh, good.
I don't know. You really should check this out every day. It's cool. It gives you, it's
cool if your team wins.
Well, the Braves season, Hick, is just like they play. Here's how the Braves have gone in this. Baseball Reference, by the way, this isn't a couple of dudes in their basement. They've been around for a long time. Probably the most respected baseball website. But the Braves, Hick, just like you'd think, they started on the road at Arizona and San Diego, and they started 1-4.
Yeah.
And now they're 8-5. They won 5 in a row. They got home, got well on the Marlins. Mets are coming up next week. I think you and I should go to New York.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, let's go to New York next week.
Yeah, we'll do that.
That's a great idea.
Sure. Fuzzy won the U.S. Open in 1984.
There we go.
So that's
hot.
the second one.
We're hot right now.
This is the drill.
We're hot.
It's a Custom Tree Surgeons Thursday.
I'm hot.
Now, Downtime with Dan on 1010XL. Brought to you by Ameris Bank. At Ameris Bank, you don't have to pay for our attention. Our advice doesn't come with a price tag. See what we're all about at amerisbank.com.
I found another mock draft site yesterday, and I was playing around where, you make the picks, and it happens real quick. It's fun. We'll do it later on the program today. But right off the rip, the first one I did, all of a sudden there he was staring at me at number 9. Now, this most likely won't happen, but what if it does? Tua staring at me at number 9. I didn't know what to do, so I picked him. and obviously, I would hope the Jaguars would sit and discuss this and figure it out and know their plan of attack, but one of the things you have to do when you prepare for an actual draft is go through every scenario and know who's going to be there later, etc. Makes for interesting fun, and we'll see what we can do a little bit later.
At Ameris Bank, you don't have to pay for our attention. Our advice doesn't come with a price tag. Whether your needs are large or small, we'll go out of our way to get things done for you. To us, every deal matters, and Ameris Bank team members are fiercely committed to businesses on the First Coast. From startups to expansions, we're here to get you what you need when you need it. You have our attention. See what we're all about at amerisbank.com. Ameris Bank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender. All loans are subject to credit approval.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Attention diesel mechanics. Republic Services is now hiring in Duval and St. Johns County. And with Republic Services, new diesel mechanics get a $2,000 sign-on bonus, $1,000 yearly tool allowance, and competitive benefits. Republic Services will even pay for your ASC certifications and offer a bonus for each certification earned. Join the Republic Services team and make a positive impact on your community and environment today. Visit republicservices.jobs for more information and to apply. Wear the star, drive your career.
I'm Brian. I'm proud of my years of military service. When I was 58, doctors told me I had the heart of a 37-year-old man. They told me that after my transplant surgery, when that man's heart became mine. I needed that transplant because I smoked and got heart disease. If you're a smoker, here are some tips in case that happens to you. First, You have to quit smoking for good before you can even get on a transplant list. So quit now.